big hair to big bellies. All right, we all sometimes joke about our beer bellies, but Dr. Carm is back with the actual health dangers that go along with it and what we can do about it, which is always good. Okay.
Right.
So, beer belly, caused by more than just beer, but alcohol has a lot to do with it, doesn't it?
It does have a lot to do with it because of the calories.
Right.
And so it's not just beer. It can be any type of alcohol. And we always know that though alcohol is empty calories, so there's very little nutrition in that alcohol.
Now, why does it cause belly fat?
Well, what happens is it causes fat, and in some people it goes right into what's called visceral fat, and that means it gets around deep into our organs and around our organs, and that is really the most dangerous type of fat.
So drink in moderation.
Drink in moderation.
What is moderation?
Moderation is 1 glass per day of wine or an equivalent for a woman, and up to 2 a day for a man.
Okay, fair enough.
We always want to make sure we're not binge drinking, but don't forget we have to watch our biscuits and our cookies and all that other.
Let's talk about that, because we're talking about the bad carbs. That's another big contribution to the beer belly.
It is, and in fact, we heard Dr. Oz last week say that if you really want to trim down quickly in the midsection,
white foods
gotta go. They gotta go.
So white rice, white flour,
right, sugar, all of that type of thing. Trans fats, we want to stay away from that. That's anything like cookies and cakes that come packaged.
And is it because they slow down the metabolism?
Well, what happens is that visceral fat gives off different types of chemicals, and those chemicals do a couple of things. First of all, it makes us insulin resistant, and it also, just like cortisol, it really is not good for our metabolism. It slows it down.
Let's explain cortisol, because that is it's enhanced by stress, isn't it?
It is.
And is it a hormone?
It is a hormone, and you see this. In fact, there are some diseases where there is an overabundance of cortisol, and you tend to get this central obesity.
Okay.
And that,
so the rubber tire.
Yes, absolutely. And so that's how they really thought about it, and they said, hey, wait a minute, stress induces cortisol, and so is that making us fat? And the answer was yes.
What if it's just, Dr. Carm, good old-fashioned genetics? I mean, you can't do a whole lot about that, can you?
You can't, but what you have to say is, I did not pick my mother and father, but now I've got to make the best of what I have. So you need to exercise. You need to get rid of those white foods.
Exercise harder than you maybe normally would?
Well,
if it's in your DNA to have the belly fat?
You know, what I like to say is we need 150 minutes a week, and that's 30 minutes, 5 days a week, and you want moderate activity. So this morning I just walked, but I mean, would I like to see you get out there and sweat and really work up a good heart rate? Yes, I would, but do what you can do.
So the walking is great, and how many times a week do you really need to kind of work up a really good sweat, if you can, if your doctor allows it?
Everyone says most days of the week. So you want about 5 days a week that you are really out there and you're doing something. Move, walk, swim, garden.
Gardening, you burn a lot of calories, don't you?
Clean your house. You know, I'm a big proponent of that. And all the women hate me when I say that.
But then you have a clean house.
You have a clean house, too.
On top of losing weight.
Absolutely. Don't forget sex.
Yeah.
That first.
Yeah.
I had to go there.
That's okay. That's a good place to go, Dr. Carm. Great advice. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back with more Daytime right after the break.